Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
I am Groot.
And today we are taking a look at the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay, which came out in 2004 on the original Xbox and on PC. It was published by Vivendi Games and developed by Starbreeze Studios and Tygon Studios.
Have you saved anything? Can I overwrite it, or shall I continue from your playthrough?
Just start a new game.
Start a new game. Okay, yeah. Do the opening sequence. Oh,
I've been playing through on normal difficulty, but you know it's fine. It's fine. Just choose a difficulty.
Yeah, I didn't go with no. I'm only playing it for half an hour. I don't need to play this game any longer than that.
Why only half an hour? I got this game because I wanted to do this one for a Gaming Friday. It was requested, and this was also a game that I kind of skipped when it came out. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of Pitch Black.
Really?
Now, every sci-fi horror fan was like, yeah, Pitch Black is great, But I was like, yeah, but Vin Diesel sucks. I'd gone through a big phase of not being a big fan of Vin Diesel. But, I never really liked The Rock either.
Yeah.
Being at the time of the Attitude Era of wrestling.
Triple H fan, yeah.
The Rock was just everyone's hero. Everybody liked The Rock. So I was like, well, I don't like The Rock. But today, I love Vin Diesel and I love The Rock.
Yeah.
I've kind of just grown accustomed to their, they're the 80s action heroes of the modern day.
Yeah. I didn't like Vin Diesel when I first saw him in the Fast and Furious because I'm not a big car fan.
Same.
But when I saw him in Pitch Black, I was like, oh, is this the same guy? That's because I really like Pitch Black. It was a nice sci-fi horror movie that I went and saw on my own. Realizing as well, he did have quite a cool part in Saving Private Ryan.
Yes,
where he's shot by the sniper. So for me, Vin Diesel, I was like, this guy can act. He just needs to be given some good performances to get through. When they made a game about Riddick, I think this came out just before Chronicles of Riddick dropped, or just
around that time.
Just about that time.
It was made in conjunction with it, and they didn't want to make a video game that was tied into a movie where you played through the movie.
Yeah.
This was where they decided that they're going to do some backstory and explain the events before Chronicles of Riddick and before Pitch Black.
Yeah.
To find out how Riddick basically gets the eye shine and his relationship with Johns, who's the bounty hunter who's always chasing him down and obviously meets his fate in Pitch Black.
Yeah.
So, you've just landed at Butcher Bay.
Yeah, I've just landed. I remember this game came out just after Doom 3, so all this graphic stuff was like, oh my god, it's so good looking.
This was the very end of the original Xbox life cycle, really. I think the 360 was just around the corner, or just out. And so, graphically, this game is really impressive to look at. And, especially, as you say, coming off the back of Doom 3. But I think it's interesting to mention that Tygon Studios is the video game studio that was founded by Vin Diesel.
Really?
And if you remember, there was a whole bunch of Vin Diesel games where he was the main character. There was the was a driver type game. He was in, I think it was in Barcelona.
Yeah, he was. You could leap from vehicles, couldn't you?
Right, yes.
To take over new cars. That was a really good game.
That was a really good game. Obviously, the same development team. I think Tygon Studios did get closed down after Dark Athena, which is the follow-up to the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay. And the studio was eventually picked back up again by Vin Diesel, who opened it up again. And I think they made a mobile, top-down stealth game with Riddick.
Yeah.
Nothing too major, but nothing to the standard or quality that is this and its follow-up.
I totally forgot this. I'm pretty sure I went into the prison last time I came here.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, this is really just the tutorial.
Yeah.
Where it's teaching you that, guards drop their weapons, but they're biologically tagged to those, so that picking them up will hurt. So that's a collectible that you just found, which was a cigarette package, which unlocks videos and trivia sort of things from the main menu in the extra content section.
Yeah. Oh, I've gone into stealth mode. You can tell by my shadow there. My shadow's changed.
You do sort of get the sort of a blue tinge around the corners, which also lets you know you're in stealth mode, or whether you're visible or invisible.
There. When it's like that, you're in the dark and they can't see you. But you need your eye shine to be able to properly see them.
And at this point in time, Riddick doesn't have his eye shine.
Yeah. Oh,
God, now, obviously, you can tell that this is a first-person action game, which has many elements of stealth. And right now Ian's learning how to punch and block.
Yeah, punch and block, yeah.
There's also a case of trying to sort of combo different attacks together and attacking just before the enemy strikes so that you can grab hold of them and do other combos.
Okay,
now, if you are in stealth mode, you can just sneak right up behind guards and insta-kill.
Yes, that's what I was trying to do then, but I think it was part of the tutorial was to fight him.
Yes, yeah, you had no choice. You alerted him as soon as you landed.
Yeah. Access granted. Okay. Was it Hexagon stealth mode? Sneaking through. Okay, good. While in stealth mode, press X for stealth. You sneak silently. Yes.
So one of the major things that you'll probably notice just looking at the screen, other than all the tutorial text popping up, is that there is really no heads-up display.
Yes.
The only heads-up display you actually get is the little white or blue boxes up in the top left corner, and each one of those boxes represents Riddick's health.
I gotta drop him.
There are permanent upgrade machines scattered throughout the levels where when you interact with them, they'll add another white box to your health bar.
Yeah.
If you take damage, or getting shot at, or getting punched, one of those health blocks will start to get depleted. Once that box is depleted, the box is taken away and you cannot regen to fill that box up again. If your box is like down to the tiniest bit of health and you get out of combat, you'll regenerate that box back up to full. That's pretty much how the health system sort of works. There are sort of med dispensers throughout, but they only have a finite amount of uses to top you up. So if you find yourself, in a bad spot, you use up all the health, there's not going to be any more there for you. So yeah, you've just picked up a ventilation tool, and now it's a case of it's going to be a little bit more tutorial on how to run and jump and wall hang and shimmy and
but it gets you into the controls so that you can work with the prison later on, because there's a
lot of different ways to go, and obviously you need to know that you can climb on things and jump things and shimmy things, and it gives you a kind of Metal Gear Splinter Cell kind of approach to its stealth.
In a first-person game, this was kind of new.
Yes.
All this platforming was like, really? Okay.
There have been other first-person shooter games which are, melee-based that would come after this, like Condemned.
Yes.
You think about Condemned. I think there was another one. Was it Breakdown? I'm trying to remember what it was
Breakdown
called.
was on the original Xbox.
As was this,
as was this, which was all combo-based, using all the environment and not relying so much on weapons and things
That's
like
right,
that.
yes, yeah.
Which was kind of nice, because as a first-person shooter player, after a while, I'm like, I really don't want to just run into a room and kill everything again. I want to actually try to use my brain.
Yes, yeah. So it should be said that we are playing the Dark Athena game disc right now, which came out in 2009 and was also available on the PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and Mac.
Yeah.
Now, subsequently, this game is no longer on Steam. Neither this or Dark Athena. A couple of people have noted that it's appeared on there and then disappeared on there several times.
Yeah.
We don't know whether it's a rights thing, whether it's a compatibility thing, or what. But obviously, the problem with the Xbox at the moment is the library of backwards compatible games is nice, but it's nowhere near encompassing some of the games that we really want to keep playing.
Yes.
So in order to really play the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, I recommend that you get Assault on Dark Athena because it includes an HD remaster of Butcher Bay, which is what you're seeing now. So this version of the game looks a lot prettier and nicer than its original release in 2004.
Boom!
And subsequently, it's good. It's still good. As we said, I've never played Dark Athena, so once I am actually finished doing a complete playthrough of this game, I'm going to jump to it as well and probably be a future Gaming Friday video.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in a world today where, I used to buy at least 7 or 8 first-person shooters a year.
Yeah.
I haven't brought a first-person shooter in ages. A very long time.
Doom was probably the last one.
Doom was probably the last first-person shooter game that I picked up, yeah. Because, after Escape from Butcher Bay and the like, it just turned into Call of Duty, Battlefield. The stories in those games just became less interesting.
There was no actual plot behind the action sequences. It was just get in there, kill everybody, and get back out.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad that they brought in the director of the films. They brought in Vin Diesel, and the creative team that were making this had those to collaborate with. And when they turned up to look at it, they went, wait a minute, you've given Riddick, like, how many pages of dialogue?
Yeah.
Did you see Pitch Black? Riddick doesn't talk that much. So they just tore out loads of dialogue that they'd given to Riddick and just went, no, Riddick's talking too much.
Yeah.
Tone it down. And, so they really kind of captured the character after being able to collaborate with them. So I think it's done really well. So as I said, no heads-up display, but you do get the button prompts that come up. The quick kill, interact, pick up, push buttons.
Is he going to walk across here?
Now, when you do actually get into the prison proper, there will be a bunch of prisoners walking around that you can also interact with. They can, in an RPG-esque sort of sense, they give you jobs, quests.
Yeah.
Each one of them has different favors of you, whether it's go beat up this person, go kill that person, go do this
Steal
for that
this,
person,
steal
and
that,
I'll do
yeah.
that. Yes, yeah. And of course, you've got to beat up a bunch of goons, then guards, and then attempt to escape the prison, which is, of course, where Pitch Black would carry on from.
Yeah.
Obviously, you start off with your fists. You'll eventually, when you get into prison, you'll be using shivs, then scalpels, knuckle dusters. There's also pistols, assault rifles, and shotguns. Once you eventually sort of desequence or you add Riddick's DNA into the prison system, so it authorizes you to use the prison defense weapons.
Yeah.
And then it's guns blazing. But whilst replaying the game, I actually had a fair bit of difficulty with the guns. Like aiming, it has a kind of a floaty Time Splitters like feel to it.
Yeah, that's what I've just found. I've got my shotgun.
You're shooting and wailing bullets everywhere, but yeah, it's kind of difficult. Now, you can hold the left trigger and sort of steady aim, and the reticle that does come up, it does change colour when you're highlighted over an enemy.
Yeah.
So you can try and get headshots on the AI. Now, the AI in the game is also... It's okay, for 2004, it's okay. Occasionally I've come into guards that will all huddle around one corner. And, they'll all stand there, or they'll just kind of freeze because I'm not close enough to them for them to trigger them running at me.
Yeah.
And so I kind of found it a little bit easy in some sense. And then in others, the guards have all just rushed me, all shooting at me, and I'm shooting the gun.
4 blocks of health, yeah.
Not even killing anybody.
It came up saying, hey, check out your torch. I was like, okay, little realising there's a guard right there.
Exactly, yeah. You put the torch on, they're going to see you. So you need to kind of, be careful where you're hiding. Sometimes you just want to sneak up right behind them and get the stealth kill.
Yeah.
You also then just want to go for headshots. There's multiple guards there. Guards can also throw grenades at you. And there's also explosive barrels and things in the environment, which, if you're not careful, you can get destroyed by.
Get him!
What I do like about this game is... Oh my god. Is that you can hide the bodies. When you kill the guard, you can drag the body, and you've got to drag it into the darkness so that wandering guards don't find them and become alerted and try and hunt you down.
Right, I'm just going to fucking blast these guys. Fuck
Go
this
for
shit.
it.
I'm just going to blast these guys. I was going to stealth this guy, but you know what? Fuck you. Next. Who's next? Oh, turn that off, because... Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh,
here we go.
Shit, no. Somebody throw a grenade then?
I think one of the guards threw a grenade, or there was an explosive barrel which they shot at.
Yeah.
There's one right beside you there.
He's not...
Oh, here comes another one.
Bang, motherfucker, right in the chest.
I found the shotgun as the go-to weapon as well, just for the stopping power. The bullet spread.
Is that the assault rifle?
That is the assault rifle. I wouldn't pick it up, though.
Yeah, I got 50 shotgun now.
There's another guard.
Motherfucker.
Nice.
Alright, okay. Any other guards?
I think there might be a couple more.
I'm not going to hide the bodies, because...
You don't really need to hide, but your gun's blazing right now.
Yeah, I don't...
You just landed at Butcher Bay, and now you're escaping.
Yeah, you're escaping, but it's all a dream.
Oh, you're still in the dropship with Johns.
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought that was great. Great tutorial, just Riddick dreaming of escaping the prison when he gets there.
Yeah.
I do think he must have been here before, though, because his dream was pretty accurate about the layout of the prison. And
well, maybe it was just all the things that he hoped he would come across, like I said, it's a dream sequence, so it was just too easy to find that sewer, shoot the lock off, and no alarms go. Yeah, come on, Johns, let us in. Does your daddy know about your morphine addiction, Johns?
There's quite an array of voice actors in the game. Obviously, we have Vin Diesel playing Riddick.
Yeah.
Bit of trivia for anyone watching, but can anyone tell me Riddick's full name? Can you remember his full name?
Fucking...
Quick trivia challenge for those
John
listening.
Riddick? Is it
no,
John
it's
Riddick?
not John.
No.
Because John's is the one that you that's got you hostage right now.
I'll give up. What was it?
It's Richard B. Riddick. Is his full name. And so Johns is again being voiced by the actor that played him in Pitch Black. That's Cole Hauser.
Yeah.
We've got Exhibit.
Yes.
Voicing a character playing the Abbott. Yep, Abbott. Ron Perlman is a voice actor in the game, playing Jagger Valance, or Jaeger Valance, I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
One of my favourite actors, Michael Rooker. Mary Poppins, y'all.
Wow, Michael Rooker.
Plays Jack, and I believe he plays a couple of the guards as well. You know, I think most of the voice actors lent their voices to some of the guards, some miscellaneous voices.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll recognise Michael Rooker's voice almost immediately. And one of my... He's not so much an actor, but a voice actor who has been in almost every single favourite game you've ever had.
Yeah.
And that is Steve Blum. He plays Rust in this, and he's sort of the first major... He's the top dog in the prison.
Right, okay.
You know, he's the one running everything, working for Abbott. And now Steve Blum, obviously, he played Zeb in Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
He lent his voice to characters in BioShock. He was one of the mercenaries in Call of Duty Zombies, the American soldier. He lent his voice to characters in Dead Space. He's played the character of Wolverine and Lex Luthor in video games. I mean, you look at Steve Blum's library of voice talent, and I'm just like, I love this guy's voice. As soon as you hear his voice, you just go, I know your voice. Just great. Just great. And so, of course, having this top talent of voice actors, there's several others in here as well. It really does help bring the world of Riddick to life.
This is what I remembered.
It's very Half-Life, it's kind of Arkham Asylum, Batman, you know, being brought into the prison.
Yeah, you're just like, this gets you into being Riddick.
Yes.
You are Riddick. Here's the opening titles. You going in. How are you going to escape from this place? And you're just like I said, this is what expanded the whole universe for me. This is why I was excited about going to see Chronicles of Riddick. You know, say what you want about the film, but when Riddick again came out on film, even though it was just a pitch black remake, I wanted to see it because I wanted more Riddick.
Yes.
You know, I want more Riddick. I want more Riddick games. I want more, you know, even though I've never done this one.
So what did you think of the films? Obviously, I said earlier that I wasn't a big fan of Pitch Black. I must have seen Pitch Black about 10 times now. Yeah. I always go back and watch it again and go, this time I'm going to like it. I always find bits to like, but when it's finished, I'm still just like,
I really liked it because it was one of the first sci-fi movies I went and saw in the cinema on my own as I was getting older. You know, your friends are going off doing stuff, so I had more time to myself. And I went and saw Pitch Black, and I just liked the new idea of these creatures on this planet, which was all just pitch black. But you've got this guy who can see in the dark, and he's a stealth guy, and I really loved that. Chronicles of Riddick, I really did like more because it expanded the universe.
Yes.
And I wanted to know more, but they dropped the ball after because the film kind of just ended, and I'm like,
well, I really love the Chronicles of Riddick film.
Yeah.
I think it's my favourite in the three films.
Yeah, because
now financially it did not do very well. You know, critically it didn't do very well.
Yeah.
The scores for it were pretty low. The critics really didn't like it. They thought it was bloated and overlong. You know, it kind of has a Conan kind of ending.
Yeah.
Where Riddick's kind of sat in the chair and now in charge. Was it the Necrons?
Yeah,
or
the Necromongers.
Yes.
And it's like you want to know about it all, and then they go with Riddick.
Yes, which I also really liked because I wasn't expecting.
Why do you like that? It's just a fucking remake of Pitch Black.
I still really like it.
Because it's got Katie Sackhoff in it.
Yeah, it's got Starbuck in it. But, you know, I loved it. I just loved watching Riddick, you know, just doing his thing. Yeah. And then watching a bunch of people turn up to try and take him in. And him just, you know, MacGyvering his way out of the situation and taking down all these mercs. That was great.
That's what I liked as well.
And I really want more Riddick.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that I've got the chance now to go back and play these games, and probably will, after playing these games, go and rewatch the Riddick films again. Just because it's I really like the universe, the sci-fi-ness of it. It hits the right buttons.
Yeah.
And when I see the love and care that's gone into these games as well, and that did go into the films, despite some of the low budgets that it had, I think it still lasts.
Blinking. There we go. There we go.
So it should come as no surprise that if you look at the meta scores or the critic scores for this game, there was not a score beneath 7 out of 10. Most of the scores were 8s or 9s out of 10. The game still holds a 90% score on Metacritic, which is really, really good. I think IGN gave it an 8 and Eurogamer gave it a 9. So that's just to tell you how popular the game was.
Line up behind Rust.
What up, Barber?
You're Riddick, right?
So now we're into the game proper, where you're going to start being introduced to a bunch of the prisoners who are going to give you advice and tips on how to kind of survive and who to go and talk to advance the story.
I think what is also good with this is that you can rush it if you want. You know, you can run around the whole prison and just run to where you got to go, or you can just start getting involved with what's going on. You know, look at there's got these prisoners just doing. They've got majorly nothing to do with the story at the moment, but you recognize who they are, the locations where they're going to be. I mean, the prison's not very big, but you can get lost once things start opening up, and you're going here, there, and everywhere.
I believe there are 4 main areas in the whole game, sort of 3 different prison systems, and then there's an area underneath the prison, and that's essentially it.
Yeah.
So the game I remember was criticised for being slightly short.
Yes.
But then they crammed in so much into a shorter game, which is fine because it kind of feels and has the replayability of a movie. You know, where it just follows all the beats of a game with the beats of the film because of the writing. And also, I'm a big fan of prison films.
Yeah, you love your prison shit.
And my prison games as well. I really like it. I think it's a great setting. And so, I really kind of get into it. Even though it's a very cliched and, very typical, it does it well.
I've got to kill Rust. Okay.
Yes, Rust is obviously the top dog right now. But what I also find interesting was that there was a major aspect of this game which was essentially almost removed entirely.
Yeah.
And that there was a lot more RPG elements to the game, especially with quests from characters and infantry and items and dialogue trees. But like I said, when they cut out all of Riddick's dialogue and stuff, they kind of just removed a lot of the RPG-ness so that there's really, it kind of now is just a action
shooter,
first-person game.
Right, I'm looking for Rust.
Now, I don't think you'll find Rust straight away because he's in a different part of the prison.
Yeah, but Haley won't talk to me unless I take out Rust.
It's the Kozar brothers, a.k.a. the Torture Twins. Locked down yesterday.
I love the sound effects in here where you can say that, the Torture Twins are in there and you can just hear somebody in there screaming. Yeah. Just being, tortured. So, Shabby's all upset thanks to Melina.
Yeah.
Molina. And, you need to go and gank him.
And I'll make it worth your while.
Right, okay, so just...
I rejected him because I'm just like, I'm not going to go kill for you. I've never even met you before. I'm not just going to turn up in this prison and go kill somebody. But lo and behold, you'll end up going and killing that person anyway. So even though I rejected him, killed that person, came back and spoke to him, he was like, well, he still did it, so thanks. Here's a pack of cigarettes. Here's a collectible.
He's just like, oh, okay, thanks for the
Some
cigarettes.
Collectibles you'll find by flushing toilets. Some collectibles you'll find just by talking to people. Some collectibles you'll get by completing those quests.
Yeah. Right, Matheson. Was that who I was just...
This was your cell that you started in.
That was my cell. Who's that? That's Jimbo.
Yo, Jimbo. So, this guy says he'll give you a shiv if you go and take care of somebody else.
Wanna live?
Get a shiv.
Get a shiv. Right, okay.
I do love some of the dialogue, especially some of the humor that comes from the vending machines.
Right.
Kind of makes me think that BioShock borrowed a little bit from the vending machines that talk to you, and kind of joke about how they're keeping you topped up and healthy. And I'd be surprised that the prison system has these state-of-the-art medical facilities that can just inject you and top you up.
Right. Okay. Everybody wants Molina dead.
Everyone wants Melina dead.
Right. Sorry, Melina. But
now this is one of the issues right here. You can see it right now. One of the issues I have with the camera. During some of the dialogue bits is that Riddick will just be stood right in the camera and it'll just be a shot of his back or his arm.
Yeah.
You can't really see who you're supposed to be speaking to.
Find Matheson. Right, so Matheson's in the courtyard.
So that's Michael Rooker on the left there.
I told you, Riddick. Go see Haley. He can help you out.
Yeah.
Buddha. Guardians of God. Buddha. Right, Matheson, where are you?
Matheson, I think, is the guy on the left. I love the fact that you've got a guy called Red. And he's in prison.
Charlie Green, yeah. Hey, Matheson.
Talking about me.
See, again with the funny camera angles, it's just like, come on.
Why would you put that right back there?
I heard you were coming. You're going to want a shiv, and I can get you one.
Oh, you can get me one.
Check my bag and you'll find one. It's yours.
Okay.
Head to the bunk.
Where's your bunk? Well, it must be this way because there's no other.
There's no way. There's another section of the prison which I can't remember what they're called. The Aquilas or the Aqualas? I can't remember what they're called, but began with an A. They're down there somewhere, and it's a whole other prison section. I do love the fact that the prison turns into a full-blown riot as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you just got trapped. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Well, beat the crap out of you.
Nice.
You're not. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Bang.
Nice.
Oh, you popped it.
Yep.
Come on. Oh. Flush your head down the toilet.
Oh, you got him.
Oh, right. Now.
Nice.
Bang.
Love those combos.
Yeah, flush you down the toilet.
The ambush. Obviously.
Time to go pay him another visit.
I'm gonna go fuck Matheson up.
Even though I came in here and was, knew it was a trap, I was still looking for the shiv.
That's what I just did as well.
It's like maybe the shiv's still in here.
Hey, Matheson, I'm still alive, you piece of shit.
Hey, let me explain. It was Rust. He forced me to, but...
He sounds like the French actor from Casino Royale.
Just have things
Don't
right.
know.
You have my word.
Cross me again.
I think he helps
And I'll have your
the
life.
Transporter as well. Another
I
film.
don't know where
Yeah, I don't know.
Another famous actor.
Yeah, like I said, well, yeah, they got a good talent of voice actors in here. So yeah, I mean, I clearly recommend the game on terms of its graphics, its gameplay. The controls really simple. The music and the sound effects are great. The voice acting's great. Even though it's not a very long game, it'll definitely hold your attention throughout. I'm not even a particularly fond of stealth mechanics in games. But this one, I'm actually really enjoying. I'm enjoying staying in the darkness, using, my flashlight for now.
Yeah.
And taking down the guards and watching the prison descend into riots as Riddick carves a path through Butcher Bay. Easily recommend the game. This game definitely needs to be made backwards compatible with the newer systems. If not, it needs to be remade again.
Or make another Riddick game.
Or make another Riddick game that includes Butcher Bay and Dark Athena with it.
Yeah,
keep this franchise alive.
Maybe something like the Chronicles of Riddick storyline, where he's on the city and he's got to get out of the city, and he's got people to help and people to come across and sneaking around, mechanics, robots to take out, all that kind of stuff. Make it massively action orientated, but at the same time, not force us into sneaking, but make us want to do that because it's Riddick's skill.
Yes. Yeah. Hell yeah. So you recommend the game, Ian?
Yeah, I do recommend it as long as you're a Riddick fan. I personally never thought it was a good game because it was kind of riding the coattails of a lot of things. Its graphics were based on Doom's 3. It was supposed to be set before this film to set up this storyline, which ultimately doesn't pay off majorly. But as a Riddick fan, and liking games that are based on films done really well.
Yes, because obviously there's a legacy of terrible games based on movies.
Yeah.
And this one rises right near the top.
Yeah, which is a very big surprise as it's an independent studio. It's built on a franchise of films that aren't
that's popular or that successful
popular,
really either.
But you don't see a Fast and Furious game.
No,
following the series. But here we are. We're in Butcher Bay. We're Riddick. We're gonna go get our eyes shined. We're gonna shank people. Gonna blow shit up. And ultimately
crash land on an alien planet.
Fuck up a bunch of aliens as well, and then fuck up the necromongers and fuck up bounty hunters.
Yeah,
Riddick's
a badass.
Riddick's badass.
Well, that's about it from us here on Off the Shelf Reviews this Gaming Friday. We'll be back next Friday looking at a different video game. Of course, new film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Take it easy.